Hello everyone. I hope you guys are doing great today, and welcome to our next EdShorts session. EdShorts is a community for educators and school leaders devoted to sharing insights and ideas through bite-sized, power-packed free webinars meant to inspire conversation, encourage innovation, and create connections. The topic for today's session is going to be the NJSLA 2020 to 2021 Blueprints and Best Practices. To introduce our presenter, that's going to be my colleague Darcy, providing all the critical information about this year's assessment. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring her up. If you have any questions, please leave those in the comments, and we'll try to get back to those as soon as possible. And if you're taking a look at this video in the future, you can leave your questions in the comments as well, and we'll try to answer those as swiftly and promptly as possible. So without further ado, I'm going to give it over to my colleague Darcy.
Hello everyone, welcome to our next EdShorts session. This segment will discuss all the information available about 2021 New Jersey student learning assessments, such as changes in blueprints, policy changes, testing windows, and other details. In the next 10 minutes, we will explore some of these crucial areas of this year's New Jersey SLA tests. Although no evident blueprint changes or schedules are announced for the 2021 New Jersey assessments, the State Department of Education has announced that the tests will be conducted in an expanded window between March and June 2021. The fall block of the high school assessments and the NAEP assessments are also postponed to spring. New Jersey SLA will be administered either as a computer-based test, CBT, or as a paper-based test, PBT. The English Language Arts New Jersey student assessments will focus on writing effectively when analyzing text. The Math New Jersey student assessments will focus on applying skills and concepts, understanding multi-step problems that require abstract reasoning, modeling real-world problems, precision, perseverance, and strategic use of tools. For 2021 New Jersey SLA English Language Arts, Math, and Science tests, participation requirements state that there will be no ELA 10 assessment. Students will also not be required to appear for end-of-course mathematics assessment in grade 10 unless they are enrolled in Algebra 1 for the first time. New Jersey SLA assessments in science will be administered to students in grades 5, 8, and 11. The New Jersey SLA English Language Arts assessments for grades 3 has 2 units of 75 minutes each, whereas grades 4 to 11 ELA tests have 2 units of 90 minutes each. The New Jersey SLA math assessments for all grades from 3 to 8 have 3 units of 60 minutes each. Students participating in the ELA field test will have 3 units. Please check with your DTC if you are uncertain if your school is participating. Testing can now be scheduled anytime between March 15th and June 11th for elementary and middle schools and the first year of high school. Test administration time is the total time that schools allocate for each unit of the assessment for each grade. It includes both the unit testing time and the approximate time required to complete related administrative tasks for test administrators, such as reading instructions to students, distributing test materials, collecting test materials, and so on. For example, when a unit's testing time is 75 minutes, a school might decide to allocate a total of 100 minutes, so 15 minutes for reading directions, plus 75 minutes of testing, plus 10 minutes to close the unit and collect materials. For security purposes, in CBT, each unit of any grade level assessment should be scheduled as close together as possible for all students except for the makeup tests that are usually done on the same day. In PBT, each unit of the assessment must be completed by all students in the same grade on the same school day. Again, the exception is only for students taking the makeup tests and the ones having extended time accommodation. New Jersey SLA grade assessment units for math and ELA can be scheduled at any time during regular school hours throughout the scheduled testing window. It is recommended for districts and schools to schedule the tests in the early part of the testing window to maximize the number of available test days in case of weather or other unforeseen issues. A test session may spread across multiple days with one or more units administered each day. Schools are not allowed to administer more than 2 units per day for any student. When scheduling multiple units for a single day, accounting for supervised breaks is recommended. For ELA and Mathematics NJSLA, schools can test multiple grades in one testing location if the unit being tested belongs to the same content area, has the same length of testing time, uses the same type of test materials, and uses the same administration script for test administrators. For example, a school may test Algebra 1 and Geometry courses for Unit 1 together because they are the same content area. 90 minutes testing time, and also use the same administration script. But grade 5 and 8 science assessments cannot be administered together even though they have the same testing time because grade 8 uses periodic tables and grade 5 does not. Test Nav Auto Timeout. If a student has been inactive for 20 minutes, an inactivity timer comes on by giving a 30-second pop-up warning. If the student does not move the mouse to restart the timer, the application shuts down. Changes to paper-based test materials. Regular print paper tests are now packaged in individual kits for a single student to use. A regular test kit will include the test booklet, answer documents if applicable, and ancillary materials, such as mathematics tools, mathematics reference sheets, and periodic tables if applicable. This means that shrink-wrapped packs of test booklets, answer documents, mathematics tools, mathematics reference sheets, or periodic tables are no longer available to order. We hope this was helpful. It is now time for our Q&A sections. Feel free to share your questions in the comments. Thank you for joining us today in our EdShorts session on 2021 New Jersey student assessments. We will return soon with more updates.